Few hours to the signing of the peace accord between contending political parties ahead of the September 21 governorship election, the All Progressive Congress said it was not disposed to signing the peace accord. This position is barely 12 hours after Governor Godwin Obaseki, while receiving the chairman of the Presidential Peace Committee, former head of state General Abdulsalami Abubakar, said his People's Democratic Party may not sign the peace accord because the party have lost faith in the police and the Independent National Electoral Commission. Addressing a press conference at the party secretariat, Emperor Jarrett Tenebe said the reasons for their declining to sign, among others, was that for over 2 months after a police inspector, Onu Ako, who was the orderly to the candidate of the party, Senator Monde Obeblo, was shot and killed along Airport Road, nobody has been arrested and prosecuted, despite claims by the former Commissioner of Police, Funsho, who told Nigerians that the command had the names of those who murdered Inspector Onu Ako at the Benin airport. He said instead of them being arrested, Governor Godwin Obaseki is allegedly keeping them in the government house. He claimed that the governor has made inflammatory statements that have undermined his position as the chief security officer of the state. He chronicled the various attacks of the APC campaign team have suffered in different communities in Akoko Edo, Etsako Central, and West local government area while mobilizing support for the election. He mentioned several other chieftains of the PDP who he alleged have publicly boasted that they would do anything and go away with it, and that the party's petition to the police about these incidents with the names of suspects attached have not been treated. He said, the summary of these episodes is the unwillingness of Obaseki to embrace peace and the refusal of the security agencies to guarantee a peaceful environment for the conduct of September 21st, 2024 scheduled election. As part of his demand to sign the peace accord, Tenebe said the police should be seen to be taking steps to declare those fingered in the killing of the police allegedly being hidden in government wanted. Zinami, what do you have to say to this story in Edo State? Do not forget that prior to the APC pulling out of the election peace accord, PDP also pulled out.
Exactly what I wanted to say.
Yeah, right.
You know, because when the committee they visited the governor, which is Obaseki,
yes,
he hinted that they might not likely sign the peace accord. The same thing the APC is doing. You know, what is playing out in the dossier, like I always say when I'm discussing issues like this, is politics. At the center stage of everything at the moment, I think the election is next week or this week.
Next week, 20th
yes. Or so.
21st.
21st, yeah. So this is the peak of politics that is going on.
All right.
And what the APC is doing is installation. Okay, if a PDP is not signing, we too will not sign. Let us also cry too, since they are crying. Two can play the game. You know, so not signing the peace accord, to me, signals danger for Edo State. PDP refusing to sign, APC refusing to sign. These are the leading parties in the state. Although a Labour Party is making greater inroads,
yeah,
and we might have a shocker. But I don't want to rule away that. You know, so, but if two frontline parties, you know, are abdicating from taking up this responsibility of signing and signaling for peace during, before and after the election, then it signals danger to the society, especially to the people of Edo State. Because we have heard stories of intimidations, attacks, and whatnot. And that is not the politics we should play in Nigeria at the moment. Our politics should have advanced past that stage. You know, but whatever it is that we are experiencing currently, with the parties, you know, saying they are not going to be a part of this pact, cause for concern. And again, the police, who has been accused, because the PDP has accused APC through the governor. The APC now is accusing the PDP has accused the police. The APC now is accusing the police through the governor, that the governor is hiding it, and so therefore this issue happened. So I think that the police must be at the center stage of neutrality.
At this point.
Yeah. And they must come up to speak and show leadership with respect to security in Edo State. So it is only when the police is assertive, balanced, that you will see that there is no any room for any likelihood of a breakdown of law and order. But that is what we are trying to avoid here. No, because no matter what the police do, I can tell you for sure that no matter what the police do at the moment, the parties will still accuse them. But if the police is doing the right thing, but most times even when you're doing the right thing, they are still accusing you of doing it wrongly. But if the police is doing the right thing, the likelihood of having a breakdown of law and order in Edo State is going to be very, 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 very low.
Okay.
But if the police is doing the wrong thing, then we might be hearing of the unheard. And so that is what we need to avoid at this point.
Right.
That's my solution.
Is that considering the political ecosystem of Edo State, Edo State has always been volatile, like it's always like sitting on a keg of gunpowder, with these two major political parties refusing to sign the peace accord and the accusations and counter accusations between themselves and now the police and even the INEC. What do you make of September 21?
To start with, I think I sympathize with the leadership of the peace committee.
All right.
I sympathize with them, as well as Nigerian police force. I sympathize with them. You see, PDP say they will not sign the peace accord because police have arrested some of their members and kept them in custody in Abuja. And the APC say no, we will not sign the peace accord because some of our people were killed and those that were fingered.
A police officer was killed.
Yes, police officer.
Protecting their candidate,
yes. So, and those fingered for it were being kept in the government house. Now, these are
That's what they accuse.
That's what they accuse PDP. So I sympathize with those who took their time, who painstakingly brought this peace accord to Edo State to be signed. And the two superpowers, this one APC is holding federal and PDP is holding state, two superpowers refused to sign. I think it is a call to Edo people, to Edo electorates, to use their tongue and count their teeth. Now, police have been accused. Let police try and play safe. Now, whether they will say you did it wrong or you did it right, try and do the right thing. And let Edo people cast their vote for somebody they know that can protect the peace and the prosperity of Edo State. If Okpebulo's group say will not sign, and Asue Godalo group say they will not sign, there are still other candidates from other political parties.
Look at Labour Party and other parties.
No, I said, okay, it's like Labour Party is contesting there. Okay, let them look at Olumide Akpata now. He's there, and I believe that other political Apuga and the rest of them might have their candidates. But let them see, let the electorates for once tell the political gladiators that we have the power. They say democracy is government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Let the people at this point take their decision. Vote massively, defend your vote, because we've seen that it is not voting massively that really counts now, but it is your ability to defend your vote and make it count.
How do unarmed Nigerians defend votes?
Yes, let them try. Let them try.
Armed.
I am now calling on INEC and Nigerian police and perhaps the law enforcement agencies that might participate in that election. Let them stand out. Anybody that is arrested perpetrating crime, bringing violence to the election, as they arrest, interrogate. If that person is from APC, let INEC disqualify APC. If that person is from PDP, let INEC disqualify PDP. And if that person is from Labour Party, let INEC disqualify.
Do you think it's that easy?
It is easy if it is easy in a sane environment.
Are you even aware that one might come out to perpetrate violence or probably electoral malpractice and is caught in the act and is working for one political party, and he's caught in the act, and he decides to mention another political
Okay,
party.
we remember that. That's why I told you. That's why I told you that it is possible in a sane environment. Look at my friend here. We just discussed off camera sometime about the judicial system. There was this thing you call it where laymen decide cases. Do you know that if the Nigerian police force want to do their job properly, that person who is working for a particular political party and comes to mention another political party, when he's been taken on investigation, they can trace him back to some months, some years back, and see his alliance. They can know where he's coming from. So the issue of coming just to say, now this person, it is only when we want to be mischievous. But if truly we want to do the real thing, they can really trace where this person is coming from. And there's no how you take somebody into custody and you begin to interrogate that person carefully that you will not get information. You get information.
You think so?
And yes, I think so, because I know the angle I'm coming from. Yeah. So if this Edo State government can refuse to sign peace accord, which means they are ready for crisis. They are ready, even though they were protesting. And the APC refused to sign it. They are ready for crisis. They are ready for violence. And who will be the who will bear the cups? Who will drink the water, the bitter water of the effect of those crises? Is it not Edo electorates? Let those electorates begin now to prepare themselves for war. And look at the war.
For war.
Yes, look at the war now. Listen to me. Look at the war. The war of casting your vote for your candidate and standing to make sure that that vote you cast counts. If they can do this, let us see to an extent where their battle can hold them. If it can hold sway to an extent where international community can come and say, this is the person the people voted for, this is the person, let it be that we can have this to stand with. And if Edo people can get it right, it means there is hope for 2027.
All right. Casting votes and defending votes. Zinami, do you see this possible, even happening successfully? If you recall, during the 2023 presidential elections, a lot of people voted and they stood by to defend their votes. Your guess was as good as mine. What happened? In some cases, some people were attacked. You recall the woman that was slashed in the face with a knife. A lot of people were attacked. Some people, when the violence became so much, they ran away. There was even a certain actress, I think Kate Henshaw also went to vote in her polling unit, and she saw violence of such a nature that she was even attacked at some point, and she was streaming live and she had to run. The question is, when they say people should vote and defend their votes, at this point, do you think Nigerians are willing to lay down their lives for votes that may or may not come? Do you think that there is so much apathy, within the electorates that they might even defend their votes, or even people will come out and vote massively?
I think that the borderline of all these things is within the security architecture of Nigeria. Okay. Because if there is security, there will not be violence. If the security within the electoral landscape is properly established, then there will not be issues of, or even if there are, they might be very, very minimal. So again, it calls to the point of calling the security agencies to be up and doing. They have to sit up. They have to, because if I come to a place and I want to be violent, and I say that the police people will not do anything, I will violate and get away with it. But if I come to a place and say that the police people, if I do anything here, this will take me up. I will stop. So we need to look at the security architecture of the country and make sure that it is up and doing. It is up to standard to prevent issues of breakdown of law and order.
Considering that it's an off-cycle election,
yes.
Do you look at concentration of security operatives more in Edo states? Probably because it's off-cycle.
Yes, during off-cycle election, we experience such things like that.
Right.
Yeah, we have experienced it in Bayelsa, Kogi, and whatnot. These things happen in Anambra, these off-cycle election states. We need to experience it. There are more security people in. Right. But having more is one thing. Making sure those more security people have are working within the security parameters and architecture of the place, and making sure that they're doing the right thing, what they are mentioned to do. But some of them can go there and just be lackadaisical about the whole issue. So, but when you go there and you know that you are here for something, and you stand by what you have been assigned to do, then we know that yes, we are getting things right. We need to get things right by doing what we are supposed to do. And so therefore we are saying that the police should do what they are meant to do.
And not be partial.
Yes. All security agencies who are there, the civil defense, the police, and whatnot, that will be called to secure the elections, should do the right thing, stand firmly, and so that we will prevent breakdown of law and order, attacks and
pockets of violence
here and there. That is for me. That is just the bottom line of the whole issue. And then the parties must educate. Yes, they have a responsibility to do that. That's a responsibility, because if you don't educate the people, they are the ones that are going for campaigns. Parties are the ones going for campaigns, not INEC, not police. So the parties must, at every point in you are going for your conversations or you're going for your campaigns, you must be telling the people that no violence. We will vote, we will protect our vote, but no fighting. When you keep on passing all those messages, the people become conscious of themselves and know that, okay.
When you say the party telling people no violence, is it the people that actually perpetrate violence, or these political parties? Are they not the ones that snatch ballot boxes? Are they not the ones that compromise?
The political parties are made of people now.
Right.
I didn't they are. The parties are made of human beings. So if as members of the party, for example, and I go to tell people that don't do violence, people know that I'm saying don't do violence because I'm not going to do violence.
All right. Very well. Thank you so much, Zinami, for coming on Open Conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Zé, for coming. It's always a pleasure having you.
Thank you very much.